boys and girls. How are you? You having a good morning? Hey, can you look in your packets for these two sheets of paper that look like this? There's a yellow paper that has a cross on it and a red paper. We're gonna make a hat, okay? So find this part in your packet, and then there's also one of these long sentence strips in there. Okay, we're gonna be making a hat like the saint that we're gonna be talking about, okay? So if you can find this from your packet and your long sentence strip, and then you're also gonna need your glue stick and scissors for this, okay? Glue stick and scissors. Today what we're gonna do is we're going to make a hat that looks like the hat that St. Nicholas wore. And since he was a bishop, he had a special type of hat, okay? And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with our scissors. Sometimes the easiest thing to do, see how there's the staple in the corner, is to just take your scissors and just cut the staple right off if you can't pull it apart, okay? So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut out the hat part first. So see the shape of the hat? You're just gonna cut up and around the shape of the hat, okay? So we're gonna take our scissors and we're gonna steer with our opposite hand. We're gonna make sure we have our thumb up on top and our 3 fingers below. And we're gonna open, shut them, and cut out the black line on the red paper. This is gonna be the outline of the hat, okay? Can you do that now? And next we're gonna cut out the cross that's gonna go on the red hat, okay? So same thing, gonna take my paper, I'm gonna steer it with my hand that doesn't hold my scissors. I'm gonna make sure my thumb is up, pointed up when I'm cutting. And again, if I'm cutting faster than you, that's okay. Just hit the pause button and I'll be back here waiting for you. So we're gonna cut this out, just like this. You'll make a St. Nicholas hat. Okay, so now I have my red hat and I have my yellow cross. And now we're gonna place the cross on our hat like this. And so remember, we're not gonna take our glue and just do gobbledygook all over the red hat because we don't need to do that. We can flip over our cross and run the glue stick along the back of the cross and then stick the cross to the hat, and that will be nice and neat. So I'm gonna take my cross that I cut out, I'm gonna flip it over on my table. I'm gonna take my glue and I'm gonna run it on the back of my cross, just like this. And then I'm gonna take my hat and I'm gonna press the cross. I'm gonna have to do it flat on the table so it'll stick onto my hat. And there is my St. Nicholas hat. Okay, so cut the red, cut the yellow, glue on the cross, okay? The next step is we have to make our hats, okay? My hat is gonna be bigger than yours, right? So you gotta take your sentence strip, maybe you might have to have somebody help you do this, and wrap it around your head so you see what size to make it. Whoops, as I dropped mine, here we go, let's try that again. Okay? Now, usually in the classroom, what we do is staple this, right? If you have a stapler at home, that's probably the easiest way to do it. If you don't have a stapler at home, what you can do is take your glue stick, run it underneath the sides of the sentence strip that you want to put together, and then you'll just have to hold it like this for a little bit, okay, so that the glue starts to dry. It won't take very long to dry, but you'll just have to hold it still like in the hat shape so that it doesn't unravel on you, okay? So hold it here for a minute or so. Like my glue is already starting to dry. I'll put a little bit more glue on there. And just hold it until it starts to stick a little bit, okay? And then we have the base of our hat. And now we just have to attach our St. Nicholas bishop hat to it, okay? And so for that, again, if you have a stapler, it might be easier to just have mom or dad staple it for you. If not, we'll just run a little bit of glue on the back of the hat on just the bottom portion. Let me show you. I'm going to do it and then I'll show you before you jump ahead. Okay, just a little bit on the bottom because that's the only part that's going to touch the sentence strip. We don't want to put it all over the top because then it might get stuck in your hair. And then you have glue hair. Okay, and then we just press it on so that it gets it to stick. And now you have a St. Nicholas bishop hat. Okay, and you can teach your family about St. Nicholas and how he helped the poor and how he often would give gold coins to people. There were stories of him giving gold coins to people for those who needed it. Okay, and there's our St. Nicholas hat. Okay, all right, I'll meet you back over in the carpet in a few minutes. We're gonna light our second light on our second candle on our Advent wreaths. Okay, we're gonna say some prayers and we're gonna get ready to talk about what we're gonna do tomorrow, okay? So I will see you in a little bit. When you meet me back over at the carpet, make sure you find that Advent wreath sheet from last week. We just had colored one candle on it. We're gonna color a second candle and color a couple other things on it. So find that stuff and then meet me over at the carpet, okay? I'll see you in a little bit.